This was very much unexpected. Hey there, my name is Yami. I am your Latina next door. Welcome back to mi casa. If you saw the thumbnail to this video, I am pretty sure you're aware what this video is going to be about. And I honestly didn't know how I was going to approach this time around. And while we are completely overjoyed, this is happy news. We are very excited about it. It doesn't come with, different types of emotion based on what we've been through since we've moved here to Tennessee. Eventually, I had to share this news with you all because I was contemplating, and I still am, and I think I'm probably going to do Vlogtober this year. But if I did go on doing Vlogtober, it would become very obvious that I am expecting again. Now, this video is coming in the heels of the tragic events of last week. There was a lot of things that happened last week, but September 10th will be forever etched in my heart. And so it's something where I still feel it. It's really raw, and I think a lot of us are feeling it right now. So if I am not my usual bubbly self, it's not because what I'm sharing today is got me down or sad or anything like that. It's just because my heart has taken a lot in the past week and a half. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And I know a lot of you all are feeling the exact same way. So yeah, now I'm at a point in time where I feel comfortable sharing the news with you all. We did share the news of our previous pregnancy that we lost last summer, and we thought we were in the safe zone. We were already entering our second trimester, and unfortunately, my baby girl did not make it. Now that I'm past the halfway mark on my pregnancy, I do feel a little bit more comfortable in sharing the news. Right now, the only people who know are my parents. We've kind of kept everything under wraps and just taken things slowly. So I just wanted to be sure that we were on the right track and things were progressing well before I, said anything to anyone. So we are past 20 weeks, and I'm due towards the beginning of January. We have taken all of the tests and ultrasounds, all the blood work that needed, to be taken. And so far, everything looks good. Everything is progressing as it should. And I'm very happy about that. Losing our baby last summer, that's something that always takes an emotional toll on you. And not only did this past one take an emotional toll on me, but it was actually very hard on me physically. And what I went through at that hospital was just horrific. And some of the things that I went through, I did not have to go through. So as traumatic as that miscarriage was and all the handling of it afterwards, I honestly thought that I would not be able to get pregnant again. I really did believe that. So this news comes as a complete surprise to all of us. I was urged to, maybe get my tubes tied at the time just because of my age and the risks and everything that happened during my last miscarriage. But I've never been the one to say, I'm done having kids. To me, it's always been whatever happens, happens. Whatever God gives me, that's what I'm going to take. And it's kind of scary to kind of come out and say it because there are people who would be like, well, why are you doing this again? And knowing the risks, knowing what you went through last time. And so I've been really quiet about it just because I don't want to feel that guilt, just because I just don't think that way. So to me, I would just kind of let that pass, and I've just been healing since it happened last summer. And honestly, I've just, lived life normal and just, tried to move on as best I could without ever thinking that this would be possible again. So when I got the news over the summertime, or, found out, because I was extremely tired and sleeping all the time. And so when I finally took the pregnancy test, I was just shocked because I didn't think it was going to happen again. And I'm 42 years old. So, this is like a geriatric pregnancy. Actually, my second one, because I had my last baby at 40. So, with that comes its risks. And of course, everybody wants to make sure that I'm taking all the precautions and I'm being extra safe and careful and doing everything right. But, my OBGYN has been great. Their staff has been great. Obviously, they know everything I've been through. And so they've made it to where they're always trying to make sure that whenever I go there, I have all my questions answered. If there's anything else that they want to do to keep my mind at ease, then, they're open to doing, whatever it takes, which has been great. It definitely has been great. Luckily, so far, all of the blood work and everything that I've taken, all has come back with, positive results. Everything is great. And we're moving forward. And our last ultrasound at 20 weeks, she was doing great. It is going to be another little girl. So that is always just really good to know, especially at this point after, losing my last baby, because that's what you want to hear, right? That everything is moving along, everything looks good, paperwork, blood work, ultrasounds, exams, all that stuff. That's all you want to hear, is that we are progressing along and everything is moving forward. And I think it is. I really do. And so far, everything has been good. I'm excited, and I'm just relieved that we're finally in the house. And we are in here. It's just been really wild behind the scenes, I guess you can say. We scrambled a lot this summer to get the house finished as much as we could so that we could move in before the kids went to school. Unfortunately, we didn't make that deadline. We ended up moving into the house the week after the kids started school. So that's still a win in my book. Unfortunately, during that time, we had a couple of emergencies here, and during that time, it was pretty stressful for me. I think this entire summer was stressful for me, which was another reason why I was kind of freaking out, because I didn't want any additional stress to affect me or the baby. Because that can happen. And since we were pushing so much to get so much done in such little time, I kind of stepped away from doing videos as much or posting as often, just because I needed to make sure that I was okay. And honestly, I wasn't. Our We had to fire our plumber because when we were ready to turn on the water to our house to move in, we had water coming down through our HVAC vent right in front of our stove in our kitchen. And it was like a stream of water. And there was a hole in one of the pipes. The plumber who had did the work, we called them up. We gave him an opportunity to fix it, and he did not. He did not, basically just refused to come back and fix the situation. So here we are with water coming through our ceiling on our first floor, and we had to figure this out. And that was one of the reasons why our move-in was delayed, because we had that to contend with, because we couldn't turn on the water to the house due to the leak. So we had to scramble. We had to find somebody else to fix the situation, and that was very stressful for us because we had just finished the house. We were ready to turn the water on, and then we have water coming through our drywall and our vent, and it was very, very scary. You just don't want to see that. You just don't want to see water coming through your walls. So obviously that was something very difficult for us and very stressful for me, just because we wanted to make sure that everything was okay when we started moving into the house and living in it. So that's something we had to take care of. Then when we got that fixed, we realized that the plumber that we had hired, the same one that, didn't want to come out and fix his mistake, had damaged all of our internal valve plumbing for our showers. Our showers didn't work because the internal stuff that was previously installed to go inside the wall where you would attach the fixtures to, those were all damaged, all compromised. The internal pieces were all damaged. And that was another stressor for us too, because that even delayed that, because we had to get new pieces, new valve parts, and then we had to get our new plumber to come in and fix those as well. So then we had several walls in our house with openings in them. So again, something that you don't want to have to deal with right when you're about to move into your house. Because then you start freaking out and thinking, what else is wrong that I can't see? Luckily, up till now, we've been able to address everything and everything is going well. But for a minute there, it was very stressful. Not only that, but we had our dogs actually had a litter. And just so happened that it happened before we can get our dog spayed. So, here we are trying to get everything ready for the kids to start school. We get a litter of puppies. We have water coming in through our ceiling in our house. We have valves and water fixtures and showers that don't work. None of them. We have, order parts, communicate with new people, get new people out here, get all this other stuff repaired. And on top of that, I'm expecting, and I'm trying to keep things calm. And then we have a 2-year-old almost, because she's going to be 2 next month. So there was just a lot going on in the background. So times were like really, really stressful there. And don't get me wrong, I still have another layer of things happening, personally, that is just piling on even more stress. So it was a very, very rough start to this pregnancy. It just so much stuff going on. And we still have puppies that we need to find forever homes for. We found homes for some of them already, but we still have a few more. So, you know, the quicker we can find, homes for them, the better it's going to be on my health. I just know it. So there's just been so much stuff. And I just haven't been able to function at 100%, and then give my best, you know? And that's something that I've been trying to get to. And I don't know if you guys saw my fall DIY video that I released. Things just weren't going very well. And one of my projects just broke on me. And I just felt like everywhere I turned, there was something else that I had to deal with. And it was just not fun for a while. It really wasn't. I feel like now I'm just starting to breathe a little bit. I feel like I've been holding my breath for about 3 months now, just thing after thing after thing. So, I feel like, now that we are in the house, we are living in it, our plumbing works, the kids have their bedrooms, and, you know, we've got somewhat of routine, going on right now. And I have my own room, I have my own space, I have my own office. Nelson has his own space and his own office. And, we can spread out a little bit. That definitely has helped. That is one thing that I get to look forward to. I don't get to bring this baby into a cottage where there's like 6 of us in there in like one room. That was difficult. So this time around, I get to bring a baby to an actual house, and that does give me calm, and it does bring excitement and just reassurance, right? That it's going to be easier than, what we have been dealing with for the past couple of months. That being said, there's so many things that I want to do before the baby comes, just because we still have painting to do. We still have some trim work, very minor trim work that needs to get done. We have doors. We literally just finished installing like the closet systems for the kids, and they're just the simple ones because we just don't have time to go all out on some of these projects. We're trying to just live with the bare minimum and just take it one step at a time. So even though this definitely is a joyous occasion, we are very excited to meet our newest member of our family. And, we can't wait to have an even bigger family because I've always wanted one. Not that we don't have a big family now, but it just hasn't come with like obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. And I've had to kind of just pull back and focus on myself and not over stressing myself with other things because I've just had so much stuff going on. So like I said, everything is progressing nicely, and God willing, we will have another little baby girl in January of next year. So if I do go ahead with Vlogtober, you guys will, actually see the evidence should be there, right? And let me know if you guys are interested in seeing Vlogtober again. Some of you like it, some of you don't, and it's totally fine. And if you don't know what it is, it's just basically where I just do one video every day for the month of October, kind of like day in the life videos, and just showing you what's going on, what my daily routine is like. And I share different things, so it's not the same thing every day, but kind of gives you a glimpse of what our life is like here on the farm, and just you know what it's kind of like to be mom YouTuber in the background. And another good thing is that since we are having another little girl, it'll be easier on us as far as clothing because we still have all the stuff from Thalia when she was born. We still have all her newborn stuff. Also, the house is built. We have no more rooms we can build. So somebody was going to have to share. So she'll get to share with Thalia when she's born as well. So the girls, them two will have to share a bedroom. And but being the littlest, it won't even be that big of a deal, I think. And I do think it's going to be good for Thalia to have somebody to grow up with that's closer to her age since she's so much younger than the other kids that I have. I have a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 10-year-old, and then I have my 2-year-old. So, she'll have someone to kind of grow up with as well. So that's exciting to me is that, she won't feel so alone when everybody goes off, to college or wherever, and she's still at home. So it's so nice that she's going to get to have that now too. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to come on here and just say and share with you all, and just kind of how everything has just come about and what we've been going through these past few months. I know that there are other women out there who are, have dealt with losing a baby, and that is just a pain. It's the same and yet so different for everyone because everyone experiences it differently. And, we all just move forward and go on with our lives and stuff. And, I did not think that I would be here again. Honestly, I didn't think it was possible. But, God knows what he does. And he decided to give me another little baby girl to take care of. And I'm looking forward to it. And we're all very excited. All the kids are. And I can't wait to meet her and to share her with you all as well. So I'll be back here very soon. I got more videos coming y'all's way. It just seems to take me a little bit longer to edit them now. But I hope y'all are doing well, and I'll see you back here. Until then, adios.